A tropical depression is likely to form late or over the weekend. The system moving generally westward at 10 to 15 miles per hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. Chance for formation over the next week, 70%.
Yeah, it sounds like
This
it's
is
a deal.
this is one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So the others for the most part that have formed in that part of the country, that part of the world, have gone up into the northwest, and then they gradually turn to the north and the northeast.
And go out to sea.
Lee,
Stay out.
of course, was a different story. It formed up somewhere else, and it did its thing, but it reached a zone, and it couldn't go any further closer to the United States until
Okay.
it went northward, and did a lot of havoc up there in New England, Massachusetts, and northward. But it did not make landfall there. Some of the winds and whatever did, but the eye of the hurricane went on up into eastern Canada, far eastern Canada, and then into the Gulf of Lawrence, is it? Whatever.
Eh.
Up yonder.
I don't remember much about my geography. That was junior high.
No. Okay. So we'll have to watch this sucker. Tropical disturbance number 1, and we'll keep you up to speed on that as we move along. Anyway, weather's nice and cool this morning, about 57 degrees when I got up.
It was great.
And so no air conditioning running this morning.
No air
None
conditioning.
needed. We might have to open the door.
It feels great in here to me. I know I got in a truck and I just wanted to roll all the windows down.
And turn the car seat on, right? The
And
heater.
no, I didn't need that.
Yeah.
It's got to get really cold for that. For me, anyway.
Okay. Bunches of mess happening back in history at this point in time. The year was 1796. I remember it well. The father of our country, President George Washington, issued his farewell address as he approached the end of his second term in office. He celebrated the growing young nation and his role in its creation while warning of future events that could put the United States into a tailspin. His words, "In looking forward to the moment which is intended to terminate the career of my public life, my feelings do not permit me to suspend the deep acknowledgement of that debt of gratitude which I owe to my beloved country for the many honors it has conferred upon me." Washington was the hero of the American Revolution. You probably studied that in junior high history too,
Junior
right?
high, Mr. Crow.
And his faith in the cause of independence inspired and held the nation together in the darkest hours of the rebellion. But party divisions, let me do that again. Party divisions arose in the United States during his time in office. He warned in 1796 of their potential to shred the hard-fought unity of the previous 20 years. His words, "One of the expedients of party to acquire influence within particular districts is to misrepresent the opinions and aims of other districts. They tend to render alien to each other those who ought to be bound together by fraternal affection. The alternate domination of one faction over another, sharpened by the spirit of revenge, natural to party dissension, which is in different ages and countries has perpetrated the most horrid enormities, is itself a frightful despotism.
Big word.
Yep, big word. Washington could, without a doubt, run time and again and again and again. It was not illegal. He chose not to. He could have run for re-election and would have become what he did not want to be, a dictator. Unfortunately, we have so many leaders, from mayors, city councilmen, county commissioners, state legislators, U.S. congressmen, and senators, who same character as the first president of the United States of America.
Yes, I agree with that.
That's, what a mess.
It seems like over the last, I don't know, decade or so, politics has gotten really bad.
Yeah, and it's just like in the Republican Party right now, the division within the Republican Party, we can't even get a budget going for these United States.
Well, guess what?
They say they're going to.
On the state. Okay, I've got the deal here. God, I need to wake up. They did come to an agreement yesterday. Finally, they did a presser last night on it with Berger and Tim Moore.
Mm-hmm.
But they will start voting on it later this week, starting tomorrow, to go ahead and put it as official.
Ho hum.
But
It ain't going to happen.
it did include raises for state employees,
Of course.
expanded Medicaid,
Uh-huh.
no casinos, which
Mm.
was in the bit, which
That
was
was
in
the
the
one-
budget and was a huge debate. And of course, the votes take place later this week. But they said on the presser last night that most everyone was in agreement and that it would pass.
Why do they have to be such drama queens?
I don't know. I mean, there'll be
We
a
got
few.
it in the state. We got it in the U.S. House right now. We got McCarthy up there.
Right. I mean, they said that they even felt like there was going to be Democrats coming over crossing the aisle and voting for this
Oh, I'm
budget.
sure they
And of
are.
course, they'll vote it. They'll vote on it. They'll pass it. It'll go to the governor's desk. He's going to veto it.
Maybe.
Oh, he's going to. He's already said he would.
Mhm.
And then it's going to come back, and they're going to have to override the veto.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty much a done deal by next week.
Why
I would
doesn't he
think.
just go ahead and quit?
Well, he's not got much longer.
Oh, yes, too much longer.
Well,
Still got too much time in office.
I worry about what comes in behind him.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what's going to come in behind him, but if
And
the lieutenant governor who's said he's going to run for governor, if he doesn't get off the pot and do something,
Well,
we'll have Mr. Stein, Governor Stein.
well, there's another Democrat that's joined the race
Yeah, I
for
know.
governor, and he is a former North Carolina Supreme Court judge, North Carolina judge.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, he resigned a little early. He didn't do his full term, and he resigned a little early, and he's out there running against Josh Stein now.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name was Moore. I have to look it up.
I don't know. Out there in Las Vegas,
Oh.
remember the story with the retired California police chief
Yes.
last week who was run down
Mhm.
intentionally a couple of weeks ago. And they got the driver of the car. He was on his bike for his early morning ride that he did pretty much every day, 6 o'clock in the morning. And they got a teenager driver. They got him because he was posted his stuff on social media
Stupid.
of himself running the guy down. How idiotic are you? Now they were looking for the guy, whoever the other person was doing the video. They got him too now.
That's
So
good.
he's been arrested.
That's
Another juvenile, and charged with murder. They're both charged with murder.
So I guess in the state of Nevada, juveniles can be charged with murder.
Well, they can be charged anywhere with murder, but
True.
what court do they try them in? Sometimes they will rule that they're 17 and they're eligible to be tried in adult court, grown-up court,
Right.
because the crime is so heinous.
Do you notice that more and more of these crimes that are taking place now, though, by juveniles?
Yes. Well, actually, that's been going on for a long time.
Well, where have we failed them?
Well, they got involved in gangs and gang rituals and whatever. And as a juvenile, the older guys knew they could not be charged and tried for something as an adult when they were 13, 14, 15 years old. So they put them up to doing all the crimes that they could not do because they would be charged as an adult because they were adults. So they were influenced by the older members of the gang. That's been going on for decades.
Too much masterminding.
Yes. Anyway, so they got both of these guys now, and hopefully they will.
I'm glad for that. I mean, a man was just riding his bike down the road, out getting some fresh air and exercise.
Yep. That's 70 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
Retired when he was like 64.
Bless him. That's really sad. So, what else is going on?
I don't know. It's a mess. Israel's ambassador to the UN has been detained after he left the General Assembly to protest Iranian president's speech. United Nations security personnel yesterday took him into sort of custody
Right.
uh, after he left the General Assembly Hall to protest a speech by Iranian President Abraham Raisi.
Abraham Rossi.
Abraham Raisi.
Okay.
It was not clear why he was being detained, though he was later released. The ambassador told Fox News he was detained with unacceptable brutality. Oh, well, duh.
Mm.
Before he stormed out of the General Assembly Hall, Gilad Erdan held up a picture of Mahsa Amini, an Iranian woman who was brutally murdered last year by the country's so-called morality police for not properly wearing her veil.
Oh.
Her murder sparked waves of protests again across the Islamic Republic, which were met with brutal repression. So,
Yeah, it's.
and we're doing business with Iran.
I'm just glad that we live
We're
in a
giving the-
country where we're free to dress the way we want to dress,
or not.
or not.
We've got this, you know, why did the president of these United States give up $6 billion that we held after 9/11 because of that was a terrorist country, terrorist sponsored regime. And we just seized all the money that they had here. And now we've given it back. Why? How much damage have they done to this country? How much? Look at just 9/11. They were part of it. We all know that.
Yes.
Who doesn't know that? But we give them their so-called money back that they had in this country. No, we should take that and pay the families of those who suffered. Talk about reparations.
Yes.
You want to know reparations?
Yeah.
Let's pay the families who suffered.
I agree with that. Past is
Give
the
them
past,
that
but
$6 billion.
that's right. The $6 billion. Yes, I agree. I agree 100% with you.
So,
Just trying to see what else is happening overnight. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that out
yeah,
loud.
you just screwed that one. A guy from Oklahoma, he's facing charges in Brunswick County, North Carolina. He apparently faked his own drowning death
He didn't do it very well.
in the Mississippi River over the weekend, fell overboard while kayaking, according to reports that were given by his son. The sheriff's office in Louisiana said 41-year-old Melvin Phillip MD, was arrested in Georgia on Sunday, a month after he was reported missing. His son, Seth, reported his father missing just after midnight back in 1st of August, alleging he went overboard and drowned while kayaking on the Mississippi River in Louisiana.
Well, I have a problem with the part about going overboard on a kayak.
Yeah.
It's not like he was on a boat.
Yes and no. You can roll over in a kayak and fall out. There are different
That's right.
kayaks. Some of them you sit on top of.
Right.
Not me. I did one kayak experience. Won't do another one.
I don't like kayaks. Not for me. Not for me. It's like sitting in a little box.
Well, it hurts my back.
Sure.
The detectives who were investigating the missing persons case learned the next day that this dude was due in court in Brunswick County the same day on charges of indecent liberties with a child and statutory rape of a child by an adult. They got real suspicious at that point in time.
Certainly.
The investigator said, we felt pretty good that he wasn't missing. He was just disappeared.
He just didn't plan it very good, did he?
No. But we didn't want to reveal that because we would have tipped him off.
Right.
The detectives reached out to the folks down in Brunswick County who said MD was wearing an ankle monitor as a condition of bail. A further investigation revealed that on the day MD was reported missing, he went to a Walmart and purchased 2 prepaid cell phones. Well, guess what? He apparently used a credit card.
Dumb. He's so dumb. He did a very bad job.
He
I mean,
was dumb.
where do you go? Where do you go with your hiding from everybody like that? Do you sleep on street corners in the woods?
Well,
Where do you go?
the folks in Brunswick County and the U.S. Marshal Service tracked the phones, learned that he only used one of the phones for brief periods of time. The investigation at the beginning focused on Oklahoma, but when investigators learned MD stopped using the phones, they broadened the search. Sunday, there was a break in the case when a Georgia State Highway Patrol officer attempted to stop a motorcycle for not having a license plate. 3:30 in the morning.
Yes, there are HP out at 3:30 in the morning.
The biker fled until ultimately crashing. Then the person on the motorcycle attempted to run away. But you know what, Georgia Highway Patrol, you just gonna get tired if you try to run away from them. Then they'll take you to jail when you're tired.
Right.
The driver provided the officer a fake name. Strike, 7? I don't know. But they got his fingerprints. He was identified as the man wanted in North Carolina.
That is crazy. I mean, this guy evidently needs some training in how to
be a crook.
fake your death and
Yep.
how to be a crook. Yeah,
How to be a crook.
overall, how to be a crook.
Let's take a break, do a
That's
little bit of weather.
crazy.
You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Research shows people remember radio ads that remind them of the past. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, here's an ad that'll really take you back.
Back in my day, I heard a voice from the radio say, Liberty Mutual customizes my home insurance so I only pay for what I need. I'm getting on in years now, but heavens to Betsy, there are some things an old fella like me just never forgets.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand before the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu at DQ and your mouth wonders, where have you been all my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Freedom 97.1 WSME with Jacksonville Cardinal High School football.
Be sure to tune to WSME Freedom 97.1 FM and worldwide WSME971.com this Friday night as the Cardinals play host to defending state 4A champions New Bern High School. Pregame 6:30, kickoff 7 p.m., followed by the Golden Corral postgame report. Jacksonville High School football was made possible by the following 5 sponsors: National Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, Golden Corral, Modern Exterminating, Jacksonville Heating Contractors, CNS Paint, Bartley Insurance Services, Bill Mercer, JOEMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Bob Mills Mitsubishi, Coastal Bank and Trust, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, Bradley's Jewelers, Lane Family Dentistry, and Southern Touch Painting and Maintenance.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too. With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910 347-2843.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south of Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime, 910-328-3172.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morridge City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience, and that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back. Tideline Marine and Family, sponsors of the Marine Forecast because they care. High pressure gradually shifts offshore through midweek. That's like today and tomorrow. With dry conditions and pleasant temperatures, which we got right now, the door's open and it's feeling really good outside. A coastal low or coastal trough, as some people call it, forecast to impact the area late this week into the weekend. Might have a bit of nasty for the weekend. Tideline Marine, our first stop for all of our fishing and boating needs and wants. Where it is that some really nice flounders are being caught during the very brief season that ends on Friday night at midnight. Great. Or mandated by the Division of Marine Fisheries this year, a full 15 days with no more than one flounder that's at least 15 inches per day. Got a few days left in the 2023 recreational fishing season for those much sought after flatfish. And in case you want some advice from the professionals during this short season, stop by Tideline. They get their info from the pros that must catch fish every day to keep their clients happy. And the cool thing is that they share their secrets with the Tideline team. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Northeasterly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3, dominant period 9 seconds. Fairly nice day. Sounds and rivers only a light chop. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds kicking up just a bit, 10 to 15 knots, increasing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon, 4 to 6 footers. Yep. Nice. Dominant period 9 seconds. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon. And on Friday, northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, increasing to 25 to 30 in the afternoon. Gusts to 35 knots. Wow. Seas 7 to 10 feet, 4 to 6 near shore. Sounds and rivers rough, increasing to very Kelly rough in the afternoon.
I say get your surfboards out.
Yeah. Well,
Oof.
not me.
Okay, today mostly sunny with a high near 83. Calm winds becoming southeast 5 to 7 in the afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 62 and light winds. Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 81. East wind 5 to 14 with gusts as high as 18. Thursday night, a chance of showers after 2 a.m. Low at 65. And Friday, a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m. Cloudy with a high near 73. North winds 14 to 18 with gusts as high as 25 miles per hour.
Well, Vanna,
Which I do believe that there will be no Friday night football games. Some of them have
Yeah.
been moved to Thursday. We don't know about the local ones yet.
we don't have
We're keeping we're keeping our eyes on it, and hopefully, if Chris knows, he will send an email,
yeah.
and we'll wait and see. But we'll post on Facebook
As soon as we know
as
something.
soon as we know something.
But right now, the game is on with the New Bern Bears.
Yeah, we're
And,
gonna get you bears.
Yeah, we're going bear hunting.
That's right. We're going bear hunting. Oh, that's a good one. We're going bear hunting.
Vanna White extended her contract with the Wheel of Fortune for
Yes.
2 more years as longtime host Pat Sajak prepares to leave in 2024. White signed a 2-year contract extension as co-host of the very popular game show through the 25-26 season, as Ryan Seacrest will take over for Sajak in the fall of 2024. Okay, turn that wheel.
All right.
I met Vanna. Had
You did?
no idea who she was back then, but I was taking pictures during one of the Sun Fun events, Sun Fun Festival events down in Myrtle Beach way back in the 70s. I think she was either the queen of the Sun Fun event or perhaps Miss Bikini Wahine event. Not too sure. I can't remember. She and another Sun Fun standout, a young lady named Zaid, were standouts in those years. Nice, polite, up-and-coming stars they were. Vanna, we know what happened with her, a great career showing up from time to time and her roots in North Myrtle Beach in the spring to support her neck of the woods. Now, according to the studios, she will remain with the Wheel for at least the 25-26 season as Sajak goes away. Now we know, but we don't know what's in store for her for the future. She got into, after she left Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, she got into a little bit of hot water. Not it wasn't hot water. She
Lukewarm?
apparently did a pose for, I don't remember whether it was Penthouse or Playboy in lingerie, and nothing that was ever going to make the magazine, because
She wasn't naked enough.
she wasn't apparently not naked enough. They just did a test shoot,
Right.
but not until she and became very popular. Then they resurrected all those
course.
photographs and made a big old spread. So
Of course
anyway,
they did.
that's the way it works.
Mhm.
Good morning, Doc. What's up?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Rosemary Stein joining us now. How are things up in the
Thank you.
northern part of the state?
Well, it is nice to speak with you, but a little chilly here. It's
Yeah.
about 52 degrees this morning.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Well, we're kicking
So
on.
the chill is in the air, and the children are getting sick with some sinusy stuff.
Oh, well, I got that
I've already
too, and I'm
been
not a
through
child.
that. Right.
So,
Well, and so they're going back to school, and there's some absences already. So
oh yeah.
Oh,
the
goodness.
parents should be aware.
Well, I'm grateful though that they're keeping the kids home and not sending them to school sick to spread it.
Yeah.
Yes, we all are grateful for the ones that do it, and appreciate the ones that are thinking about doing just that this morning.
You know, I remember, not that my parents did it, but I had my pressure on myself. I just wanted to have those perfect attendance things at the end of the year. And I did for any number of years. And I don't remember whether I was ever sick when I had, when I managed to go every day. But I just enjoyed having that ability. I do know that when I was sick, I
know.
stayed home.
I think in the days of today, that may not be attainable, and to know that you're not spreading your germs around.
Right.
So, yeah, in today's world, I guess I wouldn't put a lot of pressure. One of the, I think it might have been a couple of years ago, it might have been before COVID, obviously. I said that is a wonderful prize. I think it looks like you you put a lot on yourself with responsibility, but remember that when you go to school sick, you may be spreading what you have around. So be courteous as well. I think courteous is more important than that certificate for today's world.
Oh, absolutely.
Since having COVID or even strep will put the rest of the kids at jeopardy to get sick at the same time.
The flu season is fast approaching, and I guess the doctors and the pharmacies and whatever health clinics should be getting their flu vaccinations going pretty soon, right?
Yeah, because I got a text from CVS
Did you?
telling me that they had the vaccine
Oh,
and to
okay.
make an appointment.
Good. So, how important is it? Are you hearing any advance warnings for folks in this country this year, more so than normal?
I actually have not.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm right. My inclination is probably that it's going to be a year where Americans are going to get sick quite a bit, whether the new resurgence of COVID or the flu, but most probably because of the swings. Last year was a moderately bad year, but I expect this year to hit us hard. So I think that if you've gotten the flu shot and it has helped, I think it's a good idea to consider getting it again. But I also think that taking the precautions of understanding when the flu is at its peak and doing good things to take care of yourself to avoid getting sick, but also to realize when the flu is more prevalent in your community, and perhaps doing the best you can to not go out perhaps to eat during that time and being out and about less during that time, and having the children make sure that they sanitize more, that they eat better, that they sleep well during that time. So if we take the precautions and we do a bit of preventive medicine, I think that we can minimize the impact to our homes.
Yeah, I hate it when kids are getting sick, and I hate it. And they're generally healthier and can recover from some of their sicknesses, unless there's some underlying causes, of course, better than the old folks among us, like me. And for them to be sick, and for the parents to allow them to get out in public, go to restaurants where people like me go.
Yes.
And then I'm subjected to that potential abuse. Isn't that elder abuse?
Elder abuse.
It's really not fair, and I think that if more people were conscientious of each other and how we would like to be treated when we're younger and older, I think that we would do better. And remember, I'm just going to put a little plug out there for those who have babies 2 months and under. Their immune systems are not mature.
Right.
In fact, they're very immature. And so I actually, as a pediatrician, I cringe when I see little infant babies out, because they can pick up anything, and they're not having a. It's obvious that the adults are the only one having a good time at that moment. So we might want to postpone our enjoyment of things until that baby is a little bit stronger, able to fight off diseases. If that baby gets sick and runs a fever, they're going to be admitted into the hospital and even perhaps get a spinal tap.
Oh,
So
boy.
we don't want to put ourselves into that situation.
Nope.
And if you have a baby that's 8 weeks or under, they probably should not be out and about. And that even was something that women and babies did back in ancient times, because I think we understood that, and that mom is not ready to go out. But moms and babies does not go out until 6 to 8 weeks after the baby was born.
I am so glad you brought that up, because I have seen a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
Newborns,
Yes.
2 weeks old. I had someone come up to my door during trick or treat last year. Their newborn was 4 weeks old.
Really?
They had it in a stroller out trick or treating.
Oh, give me a break.
I'm just so glad you brought that up.
Well, I was in a restaurant one time here in Jacksonville, it will go unnamed, and where the little baby was throwing such a hissy fit, did not want to be there, was uncomfortable. There was something obviously wrong, and was creating so much noise
I'd get up and leave.
that people were leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, the manager of the place went over and asked the folks to leave.
Well,
Now,
can
some
understand
people
that.
would be criticizing him for that.
Mhm.
I applauded him.
Well, it's not an easy. It's not an easy thing to do, to have to go up to parents. I think that most people would be most new parents would be offended at that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to look at it from the perspective of the manager. The manager's managing. That doesn't necessarily mean that the manager is the owner. The manager is trying to manage the business for somebody else,
Yep.
and also the enjoyment of the folks that are there. So I understand quite well that you have to make sure that the business does well, that your customers are enjoying the time that the money that they're spending.
Yeah.
So we should all be conscientious of that, and we should be cautious when we take a small child out. But hopefully that baby is older than 2 months. But when we take them out, we have to understand we're taking a risk. If that baby's not comfortable, if they start crying, if they start making a bit of a scene, it's not their fault. They're not necessarily doing that they're not doing that on purpose, in fact.
No.
And it is our responsibility to get up and go out. We did this many, many times with Hannah. And, well, I wouldn't say many, many times. Because after she did it a couple of times, I said, that's it. We're not going out to eat until she's 2.
until she's 20 years old. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it was, and your life is not the same. You have a child and your lives are changed forever, and you understand the responsibilities and to an extent, the burden that comes attached with that, because that little kid makes your life different and sometimes inconvenient, and that's okay, because that's the choices that we're making are going to affect other people's lives, and our kids should not be in the middle of somewhere they really, really, really don't want to be, and that they're acting out.
Yep, I agree. Dr. Rosemary Stein, thank you as always.
Yeah, great information.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and talk to you next week.
Have a good weekend. Let's take a break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM. WSME. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Need service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Modern Exterminating, 627 College Street, Jacksonville, has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
It's summertime. No schedules, no stress, and no cooking. The Borough covered. Order a Carolina-style seafood boil to go. Sausage with your choice of shrimp, crawfish, lobster, clams, mussels, crab legs, or a mixture. Seafood boils also make great party pleasers. Grab a quick lunch of Philly cheesesteaks, Italian sausage, fish tacos, and more. Dine in or take out. Curbside or dockside pickup. The Borough Low Country Kitchen. Corner of Front and Moore Streets in downtown Swansboro. BoroughLowCountryKitchen.com.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back at 7:46, and joining us in the studio right now, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners, Robin Knapp. Hey, Robin, how are you?
Hey, good morning, Rayford Lee.
What's going on?
Morning.
Not too much.
Got the budget done yet for next year?
No. Yeah, it's what is it? September, so we'll probably start the pre-budget process sometime in December, the preliminary, and get everything situated. It's going to be different this year because for the last several years it's been Sharon. Of course, she leaves Onslow County government on the 6th of October.
I thought it was the 6th.
So she's got one more meeting. So
One
we'll
more
have
meeting.
our interim county manager, David Smitherman, that will
Been here before.
Yes, he has, and he'll be leading the charge along with all our assistant county managers. So,
And you're still looking for a replacement, right?
Correct.
Interviewing yet?
Not yet. We're looking at resumes at this particular point, and then we'll narrow it down to who we want to interview, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So we got a busy several months ahead of us.
As you guys narrow it down, when you get down to like a possibility of 3, why don't you bring them in here? Let us interview them.
Oh, yeah, let the people decide. I'm all for that. That is a great idea.
Well, we don't want to scare them away.
No, we'll be
Won't be nice, mostly.
Yeah.
we won't be like some of that crowd that goes to your meetings.
No, it's going to be a
I want
process.
my money back.
It's going to be a process, and it's unfortunate because we're probably losing one of the best county managers that Onslow County has ever seen. And for personal reasons, she stepped away.
Well, you're not really losing her. She's still going to be here in Onslow County working.
She will be, but she won't be in the midst of the government, which a lot of us are going to miss because we rely on her expertise, and people don't realize it. She's one heck of a leader, a manager in terms of managing programs. She's just all around a great county manager. Plus, she's an attorney on top of that.
Yep.
So
she's
brings
very smart.
She's extremely intelligent, and she brings an added benefit being an attorney. Even though we have
probably kept y'all out of trouble a little bit.
She did, but she can see it from an attorney's standpoint. But we also have a great county attorney in Brett DeSelms, and those two actually went to law school together.
Did they?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So we had the double benefit of having Sharon as our county manager. And for that particular position alone, she excelled extremely well. And she is going to be sorely missed. The people in the government are going to miss Griffin.
No doubt about it.
No doubt.
Why don't we go ahead and take this final break in this hour, and we'll come back and have a little bit more time there with Robin. If you got a question or two.
I do. I want my money back.
I know you do. You want your money back?
I want my tax money back.
I do too. I want my money back. I want all my money back.
It's like, I think we're going to hear about this during commercial. Okay.
You're live in Local Real Talk. Our number, 910-333-0139. You want to chat? Now's your time. We'll be right back. Don't go too far from me.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve. Proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for dating? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full-color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
The summer heat has not kept Mixed Masters Concrete inside. They can handle the heat or cold, and that concrete project on your to-do list. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated, 3661E Highway 24 in Beulahville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owner Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-6153, and they deliver on Saturdays. When you need a ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville, 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville takes this time to thank those that serve us for our most prized possession, our freedom, and is proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Family pack T-bone steak is only $9.99 a pound. Boneless shoulder roast, $4.79 a pound. You get a 5-pound bag of chicken breast or tenders for just $11.99. 10 pounds or more of fresh ground beef is only $3.59 a pound. Pork spare ribs, $1.79 a pound. Jumbo pack chicken wings, $2.29 a pound. And whole shoulder Clyde heart is only $4.59 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, crisp, a green cabbage, just 59 cents a pound. You get a 1-pound bag of crisp carrots for just 79 cents. Extra fancy ambrosia, cosmic, crisp or red delicious apples, just $1.99 a pound. Large navel orange, fall squash, 99 cents a pound. $3.99 a pound. Rutabagas are only 99 cents a pound. And you get a 2-pound bag of Halos mandarins for just $4.99 a bag. And you get 2 8-packs of the 12-ounce size Pepsi or Mountain Dew. You get 2 for $10. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, stay big with the pig.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back in the studio with us, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners, Robin Knapp. And Robin, what have you got something big coming up? There's got to be something big that you guys are working on.
I mean, I wouldn't really consider it big. It's a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now currently are normal stuff.
Housekeeping.
Yeah, we had some rezoning issues that we had at the last meeting, and we we're just basically preparing for the upcoming budget cycle. Our biggest thing that we're doing right now is to make sure that our interim county manager gets on his feet, share some overlap with Sharon before she leaves, and which she has, and then make sure that we make a selection for the county manager. Those are probably our main priorities right now because, our county can't function unless we have a competent and very reliable type county manager. So that's our focus now. And then, making sure that, that we follow our budget and that we do everything we can to make sure that we, don't overspend and to continue through to our next budget cycle. So it's going to be a very busy year. You got elections coming up, so people are going to have to file in December. So the campaign season is going to begin in the month of December. So several of us on the board are running and for re-election. We've got newcomers, and it's going to be a little bit chaotic during the Christmas time.
How many seats are open this year?
It's going to be three.
Three?
No, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. There's going to be 4 seats.
4 seats. That's what I thought.
So it's going to be Mark Price's seat, my seat, Paul Buchanan, and
Walter Scott. Yep. So that's the 4.
So
all of you have announced that you're going to run for re-election?
We haven't officially announced, not at this particular point. So
but you are going to, right?
Like I said, we haven't officially announced at this. At this particular point. There's a lot of there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of things going back and forth, and our main concern right now is to be honest with you, is to keep our board stable with people that we know that can do the job, and I think we've got the right people.
Like to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're focused on right now.
Right now, we just seem to have so much division, Board of Education, some on the Board of Commissioners, where at one time it was one cohesive working relationship.
Yeah.
And it just seems like this, for the last couple of years, you've had mainly one that wants to just kind of divide everything.
Well, you have to approach those problems. When you talk about the Board of Education, there's a different dynamic there.
Right.
And like I said on the radio yesterday, that, we don't interact with the Board of Education in terms of policy.
You just give them money. That's it.
We provide them funding from our funding formula. We don't discuss policy, school policy, or anything like that. That's why these individuals were elected as Board of Education members. And for us to dabble into their business would be absolutely incorrect and wrong. And for them to dabble in ours, that would be wrong too. And they don't dabble in ours. For the most part, many of the board members are outstanding on the Board of Education. We get along with them fine. They have their internal issues as we have our own internal issues, and we have to deal with it. Yes, you said something very good in the past. Our boards are very cohesive. We're still cohesive, but there's some differences. And anytime you have newcomers on the board or different personalities, you're gonna have that. But here's the thing. One of the things that I try to tell people, especially when they say, how do you become a commissioner? How do you deal with everything? Because you voted one way and they voted another way. Well, it's pretty simple. Okay. So as a board member, as the vice chairman of the Board of Commissioners, I sit on a board of 7 people. So as a board, we all have our different views on certain issues. We discuss them, we vote on it. But whatever happens, whatever the vote is, if it's 4-3, the majority, or if it's 6-7-0, or whatever it might be, whatever action the board decides upon is the action that the board's going to take. Right. And if I disagree with something and the board votes in opposition to what I believe in, well, it's over. The vote is already passed. Now it's my job and as a professional.
Suck it up.
That's right. Suck it up. I have to support my board and do everything I can to make it successful. If something they vote on and I disagreed with, I'm not going to sit back in the corner and wish it failed.
Well,
I'm not going to do that. I have to support the decision
Right.
of the board and make sure that we succeed in whatever we do.
Well, that's just like Heinz Farm, the purchase of that. Now, you voted against that,
I did.
correct? Okay. Now,
But let me
since
caveat
then,
that. I voted against that for different reasons than other people did. I just want you to understand that.
Right.
Okay. It had nothing to do with any personalities or anything.
Oh yeah, we know that. We know
Okay.
that for sure. But since then, there comes different votes at different times for improvements or additions to the park. So I mean, you're supporting that because even though you
Absolutely.
didn't support the purchase, you're now as a commissioner, now that it's a done deal, belongs to the county, you're supporting whatever it needs to keep it in operation.
Absolutely. And
So-
my board made a decision, and now that the decision has been made, that was almost 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, I think it was. My board made a decision, and so I have to support that. I'm not going to sit there and be disruptive and complain all the time. I have to find ways to help it succeed. For example, just like with the pool, with the YMCA, big controversy over the YMCA pool. Do I
Yes.
disagree with spending our money? Yes. However, my board voted to spend the money for the YMCA. And as a board member and to the citizens, it's my obligation and responsibility to support the board decision and to make
That's what I was going to ask
Make it
next.
work.
and make it
Right.
work, regardless of my personal feelings. But when you start drumming up it over and over again about, oh my God, another Heinz Farm that,
Yeah, let it go.
all I got to say is get over it.
Let it go.
I mean, that's the best way I can put it. Get over it. It's happened. Support it. All the board members support it and move forward to make this thing work. And we're trying to make it work. We're trying to improve and listen, since has been open to the public, I've known many people that take the opportunity to spend the weekend there in the cabins. They enjoy it. Right now we're getting to put a standalone bathroom out there in
That'd
Heinz
be
Farm.
great.
That would be absolutely great. We've needed a bathroom there for the longest time. Like I said on the radio, I can't tell people that come to Heinz Farm if they got to go to use the restroom,
to the woods.
go to the trail to that first live oak tree that you see, take a left,
Sewage spill.
and there's a bush there that you can hide behind. That's not what attracts people to the park. Facilities attract people to the park, bathrooms especially.
Well, hold on to that thought because we have to go to commercial
Sure.
now. But hold on to that thought because I want to say something.
You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM. This is now.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Attorney General Merrick Garland can expect tough questions from Republicans today at a House Judiciary Committee oversight hearing.
It's safe to say Hunter Biden's now defunct plea deal and new felony gun charges will come up, as well as possibly the charges against former President Trump as a new Republican-led impeachment inquiry into President Biden begins.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. President Biden meets with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu this morning at the United Nations in New York.
National security and dealing with Iran are likely to be top of mind for the two world leaders, as the partnership has been key in the Middle East. There has been some criticism, particularly from congressional Democrats, over Netanyahu's actions to overhaul the country's legal system. That includes weakening Israel's Supreme Court and giving more power to other parts of the government.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. Netanyahu hasn't had a White House invitation since returning to power in Israel last December. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, it's 8:03. Welcome back to Live and Local Real Talk. And again, our guest in the studio is Robin Knapp, Vice Chairman of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. And if you've got a question, now's your time to ask or make a comment. Now's your time to ask him. 910-333-0139. Don't hold back. Don't wait for the county commission meeting. You can do it now.
I'm not holding back. I
You've
want
got a
my money
question.
back. I'm just.
You've got a question or two.
Yeah, we
Or
were
comments.
talking about the construction of a standalone bathroom at Hines Farm. Now, there is one in the building of the clubhouse, but that's not open and accessible to the public
Correct.
when needed. Now, what's the difference in building and providing a bathroom at Hines Farm and having them at our beach accesses?
Well, that's a good question. That's something that I know at the beach access, that's going to be another issue that we probably have to address because, you just can't go in the water and do your business. So, there's bathrooms, and that's something that we're going to be addressing. So,
I mean, you do have bathrooms at the beach accesses, and that I think that probably fell under tourism, and which thank you for that, because it's nice to be able to go to the beach, have a parking lot to park in, have your shower, your restroom,
Correct.
everything there, and that's where we go all the time now. We quit going to the piers because it's hard to get in, but having that is wonderful. But having the standalone bathroom at Hines Farm is going to help entice some of these clubs and organizations to come in to have events. Like I think Sharon brought it up, Tim brought it up, we discussed it, like the Boy Scouts Jamboree.
correct.
That's going to
That's a
bring
big
in
deal.
people.
It is a big deal, and not having a bathroom available for the
Impossible.
You just can't do it. And quite honestly, to me, that's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. I don't care. You can throw numbers at me. You can do whatever you want. We were able to pay for it out of tourism money, which is great. Tourism money for Onslow County is there for those purposes.
It's
because
our money to begin with.
It brings in people. It brings in venues and other organizations. If for example, the pond out there, if they, I'm just using this as an example. If somebody was a remote boat or a remote control boat enthusiast and they wanted to race their boats out there, no matter what it is, the bathroom is an essential item that is necessary. We were able to pay for it out of tourism money and not dip into our general fund. And that's the key point. Everything that Sharon does, everything that our assistant county managers do, and we have several of them, and the department heads, when they are allocating money for this or that, they make doubly sure that it's legal and that we can use that money for the right purposes. And I have full faith and confidence in our county manager and our assistant county managers to make the right decisions, and they do. They make right decisions every day. They're not perfect, but they make right decisions the majority of the time, and I'm proud of them.
We're running a huge government operation. I imagine you're going to have your moments.
Well, it's just
That's a
like,
lot.
well, you brought up during the break when we were talking about Debbie Park. There were some much needed
Repairs.
And that was a safety issue. 'Cause
Right.
You've got children that are going to that park. You've got parents. You've got grandparents. You got family members going out there, and you don't want them playing on faulty equipment. And that's something
That's where you read about lawsuits.
Yeah, you could spell lawsuit, LAWSUIT. So just for those that want to know, I mean, but that's not the main reason. That's part of it. The main reason is the safety of our citizens. And if we advertise a park out there, and it's dilapidated, there's equipment that you can get hurt on, things like that. We have to be conscious of that. Now, things have changed since I've grown up. You know, slides are a lot different when I was
Metal
growing
slides.
up. When I was growing up and you had shorts on, it was summertime. You went down an aluminum slide. You lost a layer of skin.
Yeah.
So, but these are things that may be small in the view of some people. They're big to us because it involves our citizens and it involves enhancing the facilities that we have here.
Well, I'm sorry, somebody brought up a question. Why don't we have a bathroom? And we need it badly at Memorial Gardens. Now, that's a whole different thing because that's on government property.
Correct.
So the county itself can't put a bathroom out there from your funds because that property belongs to the federal government.
U.S. government.
That's right. But I do know that Senator Lazara is working, and he may have already done it, but he's working on getting us the extra money to help, with the individuals that are with the nonprofits that have stuff out there.
See, and being from a law enforcement standpoint, anytime you're on federal property, especially from a law enforcement standpoint, it's called exclusive federal jurisdiction. So basically state laws do not apply on federal property.
Right.
State search warrants, city warrants, county warrants cannot be executed on federal property. It has to be what we call a command authorized search and seizure or federal warrant. So same principle in terms of trying to build on a facility. If the U.S. government, whoever owns that, whether it be Camp Lejeune, the Marine Corps, or whatever, they come to an agreement, they allow it, or they fund money from the federal government to build one, then we can have that. And and I applaud Mike Lazara's efforts to.
He's done a lot.
He has
He's done a lot this
to
county.
get money and funds so that we can have a bathroom facility out at Memorial Gardens. And again, getting back to what I said, a lot of these things are small things, but they're not. They're for the people. And that's the thing that we try to do as board members, to stay consistent. For example, when we were talking about the bathroom and yesterday, what is today, Wednesday? Yeah, Monday during our commissioners meeting, and I had to leave, so I missed that particular vote. But I went back and watched it and talked to several of the commissioners. That to me, that was just a no-brainer. That thing had already been approved in the budget prior by the Board of Commissioners. And we were just moving that item so that we could see it clearly and stay focused on it and get the money correctly for that particular project. So
it's just like moving it from page 1 to page 13.
Correct. And
it's still there.
I didn't understand what the debate was about. And because again, to me, it was a no-brainer. Had I been there, it'd have been an adamant, yes, let's go, let's move on. It's business. It's just, we're just doing a formal procedure to get this project moving. So let's just do it because we already voted on it. And that wasn't a time to debate or to question why we were doing it, because we had already approved it.
Well, you had one commissioner, and of course, I've not spoken to that commissioner, so I'm just going to say what I heard watching it, that said that they had regretted voting for the money to come out of tourism to repair Deppie Park, and that they would not be voting again in the future for tourism dollars to like build a bathroom, repair stuff. And like I said, I've not talked to them individually to get their side of reasoning, but why?
Well, here's the thing. I can't comment on that because I wasn't there.
Right.
I can't comment on the comments of the commissioner or whoever it was that made those comments. But when you have funds that are available legally, such as tourism funds or anything like that, that you could utilize for things like Deppie Park, for a bathroom, and you don't have to dip into your general fund. You don't have to dip into other monies that are already pre-allocated or targeted for other different projects. That's a win-win for us. Everything's done above board. So to me, I don't know why that is even questioned.
Well, what else would you use the money for?
I'm
just asking.
Tourism money, excuse me, is used to bring people into Onslow County, but that covers a wide gamut of things like advertising or fixing facilities that attract people, like the bathrooms in Hines Farm, the parks,
the beaches,
exactly.
People come from different counties to visit our beaches.
And the tourism fund is now there's some restrictions to the tourism fund as well. We have to be very careful with that. But, as long as we stay within the boundaries of utilizing the tourism funds correctly for certain purposes, that to me, again, that's a no-brainer. I mean, if you could do something above board legally and we can justify using tourism funds, then we do, because we don't have to dip into fund or anything else like that, or capital fund. Our budget is so restricted in terms of what is mandated to the schools, what is mandated to public safety, into public health. And, we have to be very careful in what we do and make sure that all our needs are prioritized before our wants. And I think anytime you need, like, for example, the bathroom at Heinz Farm, the upgraded Debbie Park, those are needs. Those aren't wants. Those are needs, and they're priorities. And, we have to take care of our citizens. We have to take care of utilizing the restrooms, et cetera.
I don't think anybody disagrees that the bathroom is needed, that the improvements at Deppie are needed.
Right.
They just don't like the tourism money being used. And that part is still like confusing to me.
It is to me too.
Why?
And I can't speak to the rationale of that. All I can speak for is myself, but it's confusing. I don't understand it. The funds are there. The funds are to be utilized for those particular projects, for those particular reasons. And move on. Where it's, when you have a budget, you have money earmarked, and there are certain procedures that you have to do from a bureaucratic standpoint in the formal setting to move it here, or to make this a line item here, or we need to just get this approved, and we've already approved it before to have this funding. It's just a formality. We go through formalities all the time, like appointments, people to committees and rezoning issues and things.
Quite often those are on the consent agenda.
Correct.
And it's just like a done deal, except for just actually taking a vote.
Yeah, it's like at the very beginning of the meetings, we vote on the consent agenda. And it's usually, there are a couple of times we remove stuff to talk about it in an open meeting. But for the majority of the time, like 95% of the time, the consent agenda is approved unanimously and we move on to business.
Which you get in advance, and you have time to ask questions if you need to ask questions before the meeting is started.
Well, those have been pre-screened by county manager and others.
Well, it's just like you're absolutely right. And it's just like the rezoning issues, the planning board.
You got a board, that does that too.
The planning board is an opportunity for the citizens to come speak about a rezoning issue, okay? And then, of course, the planning board is going to make a recommendation to the Board of County Commissioners. And at which point the Board of County Commissioners, when it's on our agenda, we have to vote on it, yay or nay. I look at those rezoning issues pretty seriously. Sometimes, people say, well, it's boring and whatever. It's not boring to me, because especially when you have citizens that rezoning is affecting their particular neighborhood or whatever, the traffic in that area, you can't sweep the rezoning issues right under the rug. For example, I was the only one that voted against a rezoning issue on the Ottaway over in Sneads Ferry.
Right.
Because I had a conversation with a couple of people, read some emails, and I voted my conscience, and I put myself in those people's position. How would I feel if this particular developer wanted to develop a wedding venue or whatever it might be that's going to break up the peace of my neighborhood or disrupt the traffic or cause a safety concern? So I agreed with them and I voted against it. I mean, it was 6-1. I lost. But now we have to move on. It's a done deal. Now the board voted 6-1 to continue forward, and I'm a board member, and it's my job as part of the entity to move forward.
And I have a question about that. And this is going to be your personal feelings on this subject. All right, as a county commissioner, and like say that rezoning effort that was done the other night, of course you voted nay and everybody else voted yes. How would you feel like if all the commissioners had voted against it and it ends up being put into the hands of the North Carolina General Assembly?
That's not, no.
Who go and they want to de-annex that area in order to take it out of the county so that person can build it. How would you feel about that?
Okay, first, two things. From a personal standpoint.
Right, just personal.
And from a law enforcement standpoint, that's highly suspect. Okay, so you're going to use influence to bypass a procedure that's already in place, that already decided to move in one particular direction. And then now you're going to use undue influence with another party, or you're going to use your influence with a particular high grade official to get things,
Yes.
to me, on the surface, it looks there's an impropriety there. Okay, it's very
Something
suspect.
rotten in Denmark.
You know, if it smells like a dead fish, it probably is a dead fish. So I mean, that to me personally, it smells, it reeks. You don't, and I know what you're getting at because I understand about one particular.
Yeah, Summerfield, North Carolina. But it just brought it up because I'm like thinking, how would I feel as a county commissioner? I'm entrusted to make decisions along with the rest of the board, and we decide not to allow somebody to rezone because we think it's in the best interests of the county residents and especially those living by. And for them to take it to the North Carolina General Assembly and have somebody there represent and you know, do a bill to have it de-annexed, to take it out of our hands completely, I think I would feel like personally it was a slap in the face.
That's an insult. So, you know, they entrusted us. We have Board of Commissioners. We have Board of Education. They entrusted us to the public and they vote for a Board of Commissioners. We are the people that run the local government, period. We don't tell Raleigh and the representatives and senators how to run the state or whatever for their district. You know, we ask them for help. Sometimes they ask us for help. But, you know, when a decision is made by the county, the local legislative group of people that oversee the ordinances, policies, and the budget of the county, and we make a decision, that decision's made, and there should be no outside interference whatsoever. If there's outside interference, in my opinion, my personal opinion, then there's undue influence there. I think it could lead the door could open up to other suspect things, and they should not do that. It should be hands off. Right. And I think it's wrong. And you're showing favoritism is what you're doing.
Well, I think if you elect a board, you need to put your trust and faith into them.
Well, there's politics involved.
Right. Always politics.
There's always politics involved. That's
always.
And money.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing that gets me, you know, if you're going to vote for something on the Board of Commissioners or the Board of Education, don't vote on it because it's a political motive. It's a political way of buffing up your feathers and say, look, you know, I agree with this group over here. If that's not on your conscience and you don't believe that, then you vote against whatever it might be. You know, I tell every person that's running for commissioner who is a commissioner, vote your conscience. Vote your, I don't care what it is.
Yep, always.
Yes or no, vote your conscience. And if you could live with your vote, then you've done your job.
But do your homework first.
But when you're voting, though, you got to always keep in mind that when you're voting for the citizens. You represent all the citizens in this county. You're voting for the citizens, not for yourself, not for any political motivation, not for any political gain, or not any political favor with some other group. You're voting for the citizens and what you feel is right for the citizens. And if you vote a particular way that I disagree, if you voted your conscience and that's how you feel, then you've done your job. But don't vote for political gain and don't grandstand, okay, for votes. And I've seen that happen.
Oh, yes. We all have.
And it's pathetic. And people don't realize that when you grandstand like that, people understand what you're doing. Because I've gotten many comments saying exactly that. That particular person, that board member, just grandstanding is just grandstanding big time, and you know, and they're right. So that's. I've always prided myself in voting what I felt was right. I can honestly say I never voted for anything that I did, or for any political reason or for any political gain. I didn't go with the majority because the majority felt this way.
Right.
There's many times on record that I voted against the majority because I didn't feel it was right. Now, whether I was right or wrong, it doesn't really matter. I take pride in
majority
the fact,
rules.
Well, I take pride in the fact that that I will vote my conscience. I'll stand my ground and vote how I
I don't mind having, a split vote, because as long as I know that y'all have done your research, you're doing what you think is right and not bit for political reasons, because we've seen a lot of votes in the past, and I'm not saying just the commissioners, but on the Board of Education, that were politically motivated in the past.
And unfortunately, that's a byproduct of being in politics.
Right.
There's going to be political motivations, political ideology that people are trying to push. But again, it gets back to what I said before. You vote your conscience. If you vote your conscience and this is how you really feel about something, then I applaud you for it, whether I disagree or agree with you. Tim Foster and I think we share a lot of the same ideology, but we disagree on certain points. But when the vote's done and whatever majority rules, it's over. Now we work as one as a board and we continue to march forward. And that's the way it should be. And when you try to bring bad light to the public, particular board, and argue about certain things, and you do it for political motivation, that's wrong as well.
Right.
How's the car business? You're a
Good.
car salesman.
Yes.
Is it looking okay?
Yes and no.
Okay. What's the no part?
Well, we've got the biggest problem with us right now. It's not really a problem, but the interest rates are very high.
Yes.
The interest rates are very high. We just, I think General Motors had a strike, or we're getting ready to strike.
No, they're striking.
So there's a lot of things that are going on with the car business. The car business is good. It's steady, but not as good as it could be, if that makes any sense. The biggest problem right now are the interest rates. Because like with houses, the average housing interest rate right now is about 7%.
Way high.
It's ridiculous. I remember back in the day, it was 2 3/4. Used and new car interest rates have gone up. Even with those with outstanding credit, you're looking at a high interest rate for your vehicle. That's just the way it is right now. And who do we blame on that? It's our economy. It's our economy right now. Gas prices have gone up. They fluctuate back and forth. Everything has gone up with labor. Everything has gone up with supply. Everything.
I paid $0.10 a gallon more Monday for gasoline than I did for the last tank of gas that I got. 10 cents more.
I have to put premium in my car, so I spent $300
Premium in my car.
Well, I don't want to, believe me. I paid $373, I think, a week and a half ago, and I went back to the pump, and now back up to $3.99.
Shoo-wee.
And it's people don't realize that those little increases add up.
Oh yeah,
and it's actually disgusting, to be honest with you.
It's a source of irritation, and I just don't know why it's doing that. It's the economy, stupid, as Bill Clinton said one time in response to the question. But what makes the economy?
What makes it?
Policy, basically, the policies and the strategic.
Shutting down gas lines, making it harder to drill for oil.
All I know is that before Biden took over, gas was a lot cheaper.
$1
It
and
was in the twos.
$2.12.
I remember
The day
I remember in certain areas it was $1.89 a gallon.
Yeah. And here, same place I get gas today at $3.36 this week. It was $2.12 the day before the election.
Yep. This country, no matter what your political viewpoints are, we need to change.
Oh yeah,
we need to change an administration. We need one that we need to learn to be more self-sustaining in terms of
absolutely.
When you shut down the pipeline that Trump was adamantly for, it's that hurt us bad as far as
Took away our self-sufficiency on that.
And there we're also supporting so many millions of extra people in this country that can't support themselves.
Right.
Well, we're supporting the oil. We're supporting the Middle Eastern oil barons.
Absolutely.
And we're filling their pockets with money because they're sitting back enjoying what they're seeing, the shutting down of our pipelines because they can jack their prices up per barrel.
Yep.
And, it's pathetic. And they're sitting there getting richer and richer, and they're laughing at us. They're basically laughing at us because, they're making a heck of a profit off the United States, period, and the rest of the world. And they're loving it.
Yep.
And it's time we pull back and take it back.
All right, Robin, I know you got to go to work. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
you
your
coming
time.
in, and appreciate your insight and your transparency as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks for the invite. Tim couldn't be here because he had to work.
Being an elected official is rough these days.
He's assistant principal.
I know.
I understand he's well liked over there too.
Well, somebody asked him the other day, he was a stallion for all these years, and now he's
yeah. We asked him on air.
Well, I told him his new name. He's a Stella Mark. So
Stella Mark.
That's it. That's what he is.
That'll work. All right, Robin, you have a great day.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Robin.
Let's take a break here live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Weather is next.
Freedom 97.1 WSME with Jacksonville Cardinal High School football.
Be sure to tune to WSME Freedom 97.1 FM and worldwide WSME1.com this Friday night as the Cardinals host the Phoenix State 4A champions, New Bern High School. Pre-game 6:30, kickoff 7 p.m., followed by the Golden Corral post-game report. Jacksonville High School football is made possible by the following fine sponsors: Quizmark, Chappie's Chicken, Great Gas Heating and Air, Jones Funeral Home, Fountain Management, OAJ, Drive-In Storage of Beulahville, Pro Image Solutions, Bryn Mawr Jewelers, the law offices of John Drew Warlick, Bayshore Animal Hospital, David Hull State Farm, and Jersey Mike's, Western Boulevard. Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lutz family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I Do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club, Jacksonville.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, before we get into weather, this is weather related. The Jacksonville High Cardinals will be playing tomorrow night, Thursday night, instead of Friday night.
Right.
Jacksonville High, the varsity team, Thanks to Chris Miller, who's got that information, just shared it with us. Game time, 7 o'clock, same time, different day. So if you're planning to go to the game on Friday night, don't plan to go tomorrow night instead.
Right,
Meet us there.
He sent some additional information. D.H. Connolly at Northside will be tomorrow night also.
Okay.
Kinston at East Dublin tomorrow night. Southwest at North Lenore tomorrow night.
Okay.
And as we get more updates, I'll
We'll
post
keep
them
you,
on our
we'll,
Facebook.
we'll let you know.
That's right.
Anyway, thanks, Chris.
Thank you,
for
Chris.
that. Tightline Marine and family, sponsors of our marine forecast because they really care. High pressure gradually shifts offshore through midweek with dry conditions and pleasant temperatures. Right now it's still in the 60s. A coastal low, or some people call it a coastal trough, is forecast to impact the area probably Friday and into the weekend. We're probably going to have a little bit of some nasty for the weekend.
Going to have a mess.
Tideline Marine, our first stop for all of our fishing and boating needs and wants. Word is that some really nice flounders. I know of a 6-pounder caught in the surf. I know of an almost 5-pounder caught down the river, and another 4-pounder in the surf. They're happening. The brief season ends Friday night at midnight.
Let's go gigging.
I don't think you can actually gig this time.
Why?
What
difference
I
does it
don't
make?
know. The marine fisheries have got things. I don't understand them. But if you do go this full 15 days of the season, no more than 1 flounder per day, and it has to be at least 15 inches long, hardly worth the gas, right? But guys love to go out and catch them.
Yeah, it's
I
fun.
was talking to a guy yesterday. He catches and releases everything. He never even keeps a flounder.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
I'd have to have a flounder to eat. They're
well,
so good.
I prefer like the red drum and the trout and the Spanish mackerel. I like those to eat.
Mhm.
You've got just a few days left until Friday, like I said, to go after those flatfish. In case you want some advice from the professionals during this short season, stop by Tideline Marine. They get their info from the pros. Pros, those guides, they've got to catch fish. They got to put their clients on fish, or they won't keep coming back, and they won't be spreading word to other people. The cool thing is that they share their secrets with the Tideline team, and Tideline Marine shares them with you. Come on in. We'll tell you. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 knots today, seas 2 to 3 feet, dominant period 9 seconds, sounds and rivers a light chop. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, increasing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon, 4 to 6 footers, except 2 to 4 near shore. Dominant period 9 seconds, sounds and rivers a moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon. And on Friday, northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, increasing to 25 to 30 in the afternoon, gusts to 35, seas 7 to 10 feet. Sounds and rivers rough. Going to be a very rough in the afternoon.
And today is going to be mostly sunny with a high near 83, calm winds southwest 5 to 7 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 62. Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 81, east wind 5 to 14, gust as high as 18. Football Thursday night. A slight chance of showers after 2 a.m., low of 65. Friday, a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 p.m., cloudy with a high near 73. North winds 14 to 18 with gusts as high as 25. And Saturday, a 60% chance of showers likely, mostly cloudy with a high near 73. So good decisions on moving the football games to Thursday night.
Absolutely.
Clear night. Friday, Saturday looks like a lot of rain heading our way.
You know who Charlie Sheen is, right?
Yes, I do.
How about Denise Richards?
Yes, I do.
Well,
That
their
was
oldest
his-
daughter, Sammy.
Right.
You heard about her?
No.
She's opening up about her unhealthy lifestyle.
Oh
She's
my
19 years old. She reached out to her followers on social media to seek advice on how to quit vaping. Why does she want to quit vaping? Because she says she's got to go under the knife for a boob job. Her words, not mine. I've been vaping for 5 years now. I've been addicted to nicotine for 5 years. I tried quitting multiple times. It's hard. Sammy admitted she's also getting breast implants and needs to be nicotine-free to undergo the surgery. I didn't know you couldn't smoke. I'm getting the job in 2 months and I have to be nicotine free for a month before. I'm already getting anxiety. Okay. I have not gone a single day in the past 5 years. That means since she was 14 years old, she's been vaping.
Goodness gracious.
I think me getting my boobs done is honestly going to save my life because it's forcing me to quit this. That's the strangest excuse I've ever heard of.
Well, I'm so glad she came out with this because it just made my life so important today to hear about her needing a
You're
big job.
fulfilled.
Just the day's much better now.
Yeah.
That's one thing about me, and I don't fault anybody else for doing it, but I leave my drama off Facebook and my family stuff off of Facebook.
Absolutely.
I have a younger sister now that she's got ailments all the time and she has to put everything on Facebook, and then when she's mad at somebody she has to put all that on Facebook, and we're just like, God. In fact, we may have had her kind of on snooze for 30 days. I'm just saying.
Peru. It's not just Mexico or El Salvador or anywhere else. They're coming from Peru too. He's been charged with murder. After he was arrested by police in Texas, the sheriff's office there in Maverick County confirmed that 64-year-old Roberto Emilio Vasquez Santa Maria was arrested in connection to a homicide that happened Monday. According to multiple U.S. Customs and Border Protection sources, Vasquez Santa Maria crossed illegally into Texas back in May and was released into the U.S. with a court date scheduled for 2025 while he's in jail.
It's no telling. We have people from all over the country coming into the United States. It's not just, like you said, Mexicans. We've even had some Russians.
Yes.
We've even had some people on the terrorist
Chinese
watch list come into the country. Oh, well. Hey, you want to go back to Onslow County real quick?
Sure.
Yesterday, sewage spill.
Oh, yes.
Around 10 a.m. yesterday, Onslow Water and Sewer Authority, as we know as ONWASA, became aware of a possible sewer spill. And they're saying that an estimated 16,500 gallons of untreated wastewater spilled into a tributary of the Halls Creek from the Halls Creek pumping station, which is located off of Hammocks Beach Road. Now, they jumped right on it. They contacted the state.
Requirement.
Yeah, which is a requirement. And their North Carolina Division of Water Quality is who they have to contact. But they jumped right on it, and they've been out there, and they feel like they have
What
everything
caused the spill?
contained. It was a malfunction having to do with a computer part.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made in China?
Probably so.
Hmm.
Yes. Yeah, it was something to do with a computer part on one of their things that governs it and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, but could you imagine having to be part of that crew to go out there and clean that up?
Yeah, we don't know what the wastewater is yet, how much sewage is involved or what.
Right. No, we
So-
don't. It could be
It could be
done and over with.
Yep. Who knows?
That's right.
All right, let's take a break. Where are the callers today? Has our phone even rung today?
It's the weather, you wake up and it's nice and cool out and you just want to stay in your pajamas and drink your coffee and or your juice and just not get up.
Phones are still working. So anyway, 910-333-0139. You're live in local Real Talk. Free 37.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
So I want to take some time to talk to you about our friends at Pizza Village of Beulahville. First of all, they take this opportunity to thank our men and women in uniform for their service to our country. And of course, there's no doubt about it, the best pizza and spaghetti in Beulahville is at Pizza Village, 811 West Main Street. Pizza Village offers daily specials, and their buffet features pizza, spaghetti, and salad bar. It's a fact. True Italian can be found in Beulahville with a down-home atmosphere at no extra charge at Pizza Village. Pizza Village is open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9:30 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 4:30 to 9:30 p.m. They even have a private room available for special events. Dine just one time at Pizza Village in Beulahville, and you'll be sure to go back. Pizza Village, 811 West Main Street, Beulahville. Again, thanks those that serve us.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Formerly Morgan Family Dentistry, the Jacksonville and of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology and attention so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Schools are now back in session. Please do your part and drive carefully to make the streets and highways throughout Onslow County safe for our children and our citizens. This reminder is brought to you with the best wishes of Richlands Insurance and Realty, your trusted choice insurance agency located at 207 South Academy Street in Richlands. Richlands Insurance and Realty sincerely appreciates the opportunity to serve you with all your insurance and real estate needs, whether it be homeowners, business insurance, life, automobile, and even motorcycle and boat insurance. Since 1950, Richlands Insurance and Realty has protected the citizens and property of people throughout Onslow and surrounding counties with the utmost and personal professional service and care, giving their clients peace of mind. So trust your insurance needs to your trusted choice agency, Richlands Insurance and Realty, 207 South Academy Street, Richlands. Byron Irvin and the staff at Richlands Insurance and Realty are here and ready to help you. Phone 910-324-3133 for Richlands Insurance and Realty. In our area since 1950.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we just had a message from someone said we were not on the air, but we are on the air.
Yeah, we are.
On 97.1. I haven't checked out 1120, but I know we're on the air on 97.1 because I'm listening to it.
Well, I just checked Simple Radio because that's 11:20 a.m. and it's playing on that.
Yep,
So,
so-
I think we're okay.
Yeah, we're okay. So
It
you may
might
be in
just-
a dead zone or something.
Yeah.
But everything's playing fine here. I can listen to it on this little radio up here in the corner. So everything's just fine. A 59-year-old Kentucky man,
Ooh, Kentucky.
Kentucky, is dead.
Why?
He's apparently was stung to death by a swarm of bees on his front porch.
Whoa.
The
Ooh.
deputy coroner there says the man was moving an old bag of potting soil from his porch in
Mm.
Harlan, Kentucky on
Mm.
Monday when he was stung by the bees from inside the bag. CPR was
Ooh.
started by family and continued by paramedics and doctors until those attempts failed. The Harlan County Coroner's Office said the man was rushed by ambulance to a local hospital. He died of the injuries. Okay, the beekeepers, those guys out there that, have bees, sometimes just for fun, sometimes for producing honey. They warned that if you ever find yourself where bees are attacking you, the most important thing to do is protect your face and run indoors or get into a car. If the bees get riled up, I've seen them. I've been stung multiple times.
Yeah,
I had
me
8
too.
of them on me one time.
Ooh.
Jumped down into a yellow jacket nest. Don't ever do that.
Oh,
I did
wow.
not know it was there. It was
I
in the
did
ground.
the same.
The most important thing to do is run away as fast as possible. Do not try to retrieve anything that you've left behind. Do not try to stand still in an attempt to fool the bees. That may work with a snake under certain conditions and even a bear, but honeybees will not be impressed, according to the University of Arizona's College of Agricultural and Life Sciences in an online information sheet. Those who study bees' behaviors also warn not to fight the insects because they have the advantage of numbers and the gift of flight. I tell you what does work
Do tell.
on a bee nest, a wasp nest, or anything like that. Mace.
Yeah, right.
All the bee sprays and all that kind of stuff you can get. Yeah, they'll eventually die, and sometimes the better ones they'll fall off the nest and they'll die right away. But quite often they'll fly first. You hit them with a mace, not
And not into the wind, please.
no. If you do it into the wind, I did that the first time. That was a mistake.
Mhm.
But I've used a can of good old 10-4 Billy Club, they called it, and it's just CS. Not today's pepper spray. I've never tried that on bees because I don't like pepper spray at all.
Mm-mm.
But I know that the mace will drop them like you hit them with a grenade. They'll fall from the nest immediately. They do not
Well,
fly anywhere.
I can tell you, I've had my experiences. Like I had a downspout from a gutter back of my house. I had my gutters taken off. So I went to pull the downspout off, not knowing there was a nest inside. And let's just say my neighbors got a good show watching me run around the whole entire backyard, just running in circles, like I was having seizures or something, just swatting them off.
Yeah. I got the ones that I got on me.
Suckers
4 of them were on my
sting.
face, and 4 of them were on other parts of my body. And I had to get to the doctor and had to get a shot.
Wow.
And pretty much every time since then, they now have Benadryl available.
Yes.
So I will take Benadryl
Well, I'm very,
quickly
very blessed.
and use ice.
Yes, I'm very blessed that I do not have a reaction.
No.
Very blessed over that. But
I've been very lucky. I haven't been stung in a number of years now. And I know multiple stings. I've only had one other time where I got a multiples, and they're back to the doctor on that one.
you ever notice though, this is the time of the year though where it seems like spider nests all over your
Oh,
front
they're
porch.
everywhere. They're everywhere.
I walked right out into the middle of one the other morning coming in here. And once again, if anybody been looking out their windows, they be thinking,
You're
oh, it's
just flailing your arms
I was
everywhere.
just- yeah, because you didn't know where the spider landed.
A worker bee can have a top speed of between 15 and 20 miles per hour.
Seriously?
You ain't going to run away. They
You're
can
gonna
catch you.
outrun me.
Yep, that's right. Let's take a break here live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. Because over is cold. They called that service to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
For
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Barrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Barrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service. Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, in the closing minutes of the show here. You're still encouraged to call if you want to. If you got a questions, you've got a email or a text message requesting.
It was on our Facebook.
On Facebook.
Post.
Okay. The flounder fishing season ends this Friday. It's only 15 days long. It ends Friday at midnight here in North Carolina. So you can go fishing right now. You can fish all the way until midnight Friday in coastal waters. That means not freshwater, basically. That season is over. That's controlled by wildlife, the inland waters.
That's right. That's right.
And the other waters are controlled by marine fisheries. But the hitch in the whole thing with the flounder fishing in the inland waters, you cannot transport that fish back in your boat, back to a dock or a ramp or anything else that is in the coastal waters, which downtown Jacksonville, coastal waters.
So where do you take it?
I don't know. So anyway, you're fishing there anyway. You can fish until midnight Friday in North Carolina for flounders. Keep in mind, they have to be at least 15 inches long. You can only catch one per day. So if you go today, you can catch one today, one tomorrow, and one on Friday, and you will be legal.
So by Saturday, you could have a good supper.
You could have supper on Saturday. Now, if you take two people with you,
true,
you could double that.
Each person could catch one.
Each person
that's the way to do it.
one a day. The I can find of anybody in North Carolina was 20 pounds and 8 ounces of flounder. That's a big
Yes.
flounder.
That's the one I told you I saw last week, but I went back to try to find it
Yeah.
and couldn't find it. And I'm like, was that real?
It was caught at Carolina Beach. I don't know exactly
It
when,
was
but
real. Wow.
it's they've caught some big flounders this year and last year. They're getting bigger, and maybe the short season is part of the reason why. Don't know. So people ask me what do I think about it. I don't go flounder fishing, so it's either way. And I don't eat flounders.
I love
I ate
flounder.
lots of them growing up, and way too many because I did a lot of flounder spearfishing.
Yeah.
Diving up there at Cape Lookout, we'd go up there, and I'd get some nice flounders up there. Biggest one was 10 pounds and 13 ounces.
I've done them gigging, and that is fun,
Uh-huh.
but it's also hard because the force of the water. And once you gig it and you're trying to bring it up out of the water and the force of the water weighing it down, and then you've got to like try to get it in the boat without wiping everybody in the boat out.
Yeah.
So
Or
it
sticking
can,
them with your
yeah,
gigs.
you're falling overboard. It can be, it's fun, but it's challenging.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the story for flounder fishing. Again, a reminder, if you're just tuning in, the Jacksonville High Cardinals will play host to the Bears of Newbern. We're going bear hunting on Thursday night this
Bear
week.
hunting.
We're going to be hunting bear.
We're going to be hunting bear.
That means we're going to be naked.
Let's bring some honey with us.
Oh, that'll attract the bees too, right?
Well, yeah.
There we go. All right. Anyway, that's going to be tomorrow night, not Friday night, because of the rainstorm that we're going to have from this coastal low pressure system that's going to be moving up. I hope it doesn't develop into anything tropical or
Right.
subtropical. So there are some fears that it will, but not likely.
Right.
not yet.
Right.
It may
Yeah.
pass us and develop into something, as some of them have gone up into Yankee land.
Well, yeah.
That's on
Well, we
them.
just keep monitoring Facebook because Rayford does his updates on the
Yeah,
topics.
if there's anything to update.
That's
I will-
right.
I'll give you that.
He does that. He did extremely a lot of work, and thank you for that.
Well-
Over Hurricane Lee, you kept us updated constantly on that.
Yeah, well, I just do what the National Hurricane Center puts
Right.
out there, and just I don't make any predictions. If I do, it's going to be speculation. It's not a
Right.
prediction. Okay, what do we got tomorrow? We got
Sam Page is supposed to be calling, and
Okay,
he's
cool.
running for Attorney General. He's sheriff or former sheriff, Rutherford County.
I'm still waiting
or
for the
something. I don't
confirmation
know.
on
I'll
him.
have to get it,
but
the information.
We'll have
right.
to find out.
Well, we'll find
And
out
then Chris
today.
Miller will also be
Yes,
checking in with us
just
tomorrow.
talked
Give
to
us
Chris,
a
yes.
preview of the Jacksonville High Cardinals and other games. And
Yeah.
don't forget, if you cannot get to the game tomorrow night, you can listen to it right here
That's right.
on WSME 97.1 FM. You can listen to it online at WSME971.com. Just click on live, listen live, or whatever. You can listen to it on, it won't be on Facebook tomorrow night,
No.
but you can listen to it on Simple Radio app if you've got one of those.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Simple Radio app is the easiest.
It is.
Because once you download it, you've got it on your desktop, on your phone. You click on
Just
it, boom,
stays
it
there.
comes right up.
Yep. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, live and local, Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME. Fox News is now at 10 o'clock. We're going to have another dose of our Daily D's with Rick. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Rick's going to hand it off to Hollywood Man. Hollywood will be in the house with all the tunes that I grew up with. Have a great rest of your day.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Could be a show.